Hello YouTube. Um, this is Melissa doing my August. That's right. That's the month I haven't time traveled yet. I'm just that tired. My August spinning box. It was supposed to be an unboxing, but I tried a new camera to mitigate some issues with audio that reviewers had left. However, that video only lasted 10 minutes. My test never really ran a full unboxing length, so I didn't realize that, and so for that, I'm sorry. I opted to do another pretend unboxing with full disclaimers, but to me, my overdeveloped sense of propriety, that said, that seemed a little bit wrong. So I'm going to go over all of the items I have, and they are going to be more reviews and what I think, and hopefully I'm going to manage to use said camera to take photos of like the labels of the items and try to do a fancy putting the little video things in, or little picture in video type thing. So hopefully that works out. If not, it's just going to be really plain. And this is probably going to be a little bit choppy because in view of some of those comments where, where it was crackling and such, I'm going to go ahead and stop each time. And I'm doing this on my iPad. I do realize that I could go out and buy better gear, but I'm still getting the hang of this. I don't want to invest a lot of money if I don't have to. So I'm just using what I have. And what I have is an iPhone and an iPad and a Canon PowerShot camera that is a few years old. So, yeah, that's what I got. And so that's what I'm going to use. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and do our reviews of the August spinning box. Okay, so it was Southern based, so cheers y'all and bless your heart and all of that good stuff. So some of the things that came in the box was a stress ball for like preventing RSI, and I realize I'm looking that way because that's where things are, and here is where the lens is. iPad, go figure. And then we've got a little thing of stretches and items to help build your muscles so that you don't have, so you can keep spinning as long as you can. There were also some treats, so some trail mix and some tea, which I'm a tea drinker, so I'm happy about these. There was, this is this month's postcard. And there was the advertisement. There's like a bargain code there, so I want to protect that. So the art of washing, wool, mohair, and alpaca. And on the back there's a recipe for a poppy seed and cinnamon cake. Chances are I will not partake of that cake, but you never know. Let's see. So, next, and let's see. Alright, so this one that I first grabbed, it's not the first one that was in the box. Trying to remember where to actually look. So, here is the fiber. It is from New Hue Handspuns, Pass the Greens Please. It's merino and bamboo. So, like I said, I'm still getting the hang of doing this on an iPad. And it's roving because the fibers are all meshed like that, or a bat, or it's not top, but it does have some really nice separations, and you know, and very nice coloring. I mean, honestly, I would be very tempted to just felt this up as is, because it's a good length, and I could do it as a scarf. So, but yeah, it could be fun. It will probably decide on how I spin it, if I spin it fine or if I spin it thick. So we will see. Here is the card for New Hue. And keep everyone together because, well, that's how it is. Okay, so next I have a L&B Acres Alpaca Serenades from Ohio. It is peach cobbler and sweet tea with bamboo, wool, and alpaca. So here is their card for this inspiration. This also came with a packet of mint tea, which is really funny to me because it's Oregon peppermint leaves, and those leaves come from my home state, Oregon, and they went to be processed somewhere else probably, and then came back to Oregon eventually. So here is the fiber. I love it. It's so soft and even has a little bit of the mint smell permeated through. So I'm very happy with this, and it, oops, a little bit of hemp fiber. That's fine. That's what happens. So I'm looking very forward to spinning this as I'm trying to distract myself desperately because my electric eel wheel nano is supposed to arrive today. So it's like, and our usual mail delivery is like in an hour or so. Anyway, pause and next. All right, so next one, and I'm slowly learning that my biggest issue with the camera, or at least how I've got it going right now, is actually looking at the camera and not looking like off to my side where the actual screen is. I could probably just flip my screen over, but given my issues with my video or with my little Canon camera where it stopped after about 10 minutes, well, you can kind of see where that's at. And all right, so next fiber, and I'm kind of excited because this one was really nice, and I'm still brimming and stuff. So it is Merino and Tencel from Samantha J's Fiber Farm, and as you probably know, I like Samantha J. I mean, she is probably one of the ones that I actually do need to freaking start following just normally. So anyway, it is, again, you know, from this photo here, it does kind of imply that it's peaches based, and so here it is, and oh, it feels so wonderful and silky. I mean, I would have, my first impression before seeing the Merino and Tencel, on my first touch, I almost thought that it was silk. It just had a lot of the movement and everything for it. But yeah, it's nice. Not sure how I would spin it to keep everything going well for it. whether it would be best to try and fractal spin or just maybe do simple divisions, because as you can see, I've got probably about 3-ish divisions in here, maybe 4, and just go with the divisions and just go like, say, this, just go in a circle like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, because it'll probably be a while before I get to it. Okay, next up on our Intrepid list is from Twin Mommy Creations. It's themed Bless Your Heart, the month's theme roughly. Dorset and Polypay. Here is the card. And I realize now that by doing, this, I kind of negate the whole doing a little picture in video image. So I have a nice little chain, because this is a crocheted chain, I can tell. It's not a braid. And it definitely has all of the colorings for Peaches. It's toothy. It has grip. So it'll be really good, and I might play with it on my Nano when I get it. I should probably, as I'm looking and figuring out what I'm going to do with the fiber, I should probably have it in frame a bit more, which actually has the option of resolving that whole where do I actually, mindful of where I look. So yeah, Bless Your Heart from Twin Mommy Creations, Peaches with Dorset and Polypay. Be awesome if it could be Horn Dorset, but that's another video. Okay, next up, the fiber came with a little recipe for vanilla pudding, or banana vanilla pudding, or banana pudding or something. Anyway, it looks yummy, and I'm tempted to make it this weekend for my desserts. It's from Broadway Creations. There's their website. Underneath the pink thing is a discount, so again, I protect them for that. It didn't say what the fiber was. It could be possible that that fell out somewhere, but to me it feels like merino. It has a really nice feel. It's fairly springy, and it's got a fairly long staple, I think. So, not that you can see that, but so it looks like vanilla, banana pudding. And yeah, some people would say that banana pudding's plain, but you know what? Sometimes you want plain. And Broadway Creations is another one of the fiber designers that I've been exposed to via the spinning box, that I really do need to pay a little bit more attention to on my own fiber journeys for designers. I am kind of spoiled that I know Abstract Fibers here in Portland, so Alright, next up we have Southern Charm from Fox Farms Studios. It's 100% Corriedale, which I'm actually looking forward to working with, because like I said before, I live in Oregon. So this year I'm going to Oregon Flock and Fiber again. I love going there. I'm due to being a public transit exclusive rider. I do not have a driving license or anything like that. I would probably be using public transit. Now, before, that was something that was difficult to do for Canby. They don't have Saturday or weekend bus service. They've added a Saturday bus, so I'm looking forward to being able to get there under my own steam. So anyway, but their featured craft is spinning, and their featured fiber or fiber animal is Corriedale. So again, that long ramble for Southern Charm it's 100% Corriedale, so I can spin this and maybe enter it in their fiber contest. I think I can get away with an ounce, but it also does remind me of the Steel Magnolias, Blush and Bashful, how they're just different shades of pink. And they have a proper business card too. Oops. So there. So next up, I'm not going to pause in between because this is just a zip top bag. This one is from Flannel Cakes. It is, oh yeah, I love this every time I open it up. It is Southern Charm, got the blues. 1 ounce of hand-dyed faux cashmere, which I love. I love the faux cashmere. It is so soft and silky, but there's just enough of a grip to it to make it fun. I've been exposed to faux cashmere from the spinning box before, and I adore it. I love it. It is a wonderful fiber. It is just one that I adore. It's definitely something that I want to do justice to. But yeah, it's just so soft. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sure that you get the gist. I like faux cashmere. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and put that over there. Next up is the fiber of the month from Kamaj J, or Kamaj. And yep, it's themed for the month from Biscuits and Gravy, which is actually one of my favorite breakfast foods. It's 23 micron merino, so it's very soft, and that's part of the reason why the Broadway Creations one, I figured it was a merino, because there's a very familiar and similar feel to it. Let's see if I can do a braid without messing it up too much. I mean, it's just a crochet chain. I know, you really want to waste the time doing this on your video, don't you? But anyway, while I'm doing this rather fast and poorly, this month's fiber focus is actually merino. So that's kind of fun. I think there's been merino before, and it is in here. And I saw a fair amount of this at Black Sheep Gathering, so while I'm excited to play with it, I'm also comfortable in my skills with it. As you can see, the pretty merinos. And so that is really it for the spinning box this month. I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing the spinning box. It seemed like there was an overwhelming vote on their website, or not their website, on their Facebook group, that for 2020 they're going to potentially change to a fewer samples and just have 4-ounce or 3-ounce colorways from various artists. I'll probably give it a try, but I really hope that they also still keep a 1-ounce sample pack, because that's what I like. I love the confidence that it's built for my spinning, and of course I did my public service and I voted for my option. So, we'll see. I'm allowed to be disappointed if I don't have it, and we'll see. Anyway, that's this month for the Spinning Box, August 2019. And we'll see you probably later today when I go finally do my few other videos that I've got. So, bye. Alright, so I am finally getting around to doing the video that I have promised for like months now. Back at the beginning of July, I went to Black Sheep Gathering. You may have seen some videos for it on the Insta. So, I wanted to talk about what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and my overall experience and review of it. So, I'll start with the latter first. My overall review and of the experience of going to Black Sheep Gathering and camping in their tent camping area. So I traveled from Portland via Amtrak. On the 4th, it was their thruway bus, and then used from the train station to the fairground Uber, or actually Lyft. So that worked. I loved it. It was easy to get to. Not a problem that way. The experience there, I had fun. I took a class. I walked around the marketplace. I had a blast. I watched the judging for the various fiber entries and learned a lot from that. Also, I learned a lot from having my own entries judged, because I did enter in their skein contest. So, all of that went awesome. Tent camping in and of itself is great. If you're a car tent camper, you probably had about 100 times better experience than I did, because I had to lug everything with me. And that's where some of my issues lay. So nothing with Black Sheep Gathering. It was all on me. So I had a Coleman 6-person tent. I took, burner, duvet, air mattress, stuff to blow it up, lights, camp chair, my spinning wheel, an umbrella, lots of stuff. And while I used everything, some of it was underutilized, and I'm opting not to bring it again next year. So, so for next year, I'm absolutely not going to go through all of the hassle of taking cooking stuff. There is a restaurant right on the other side of the fairgrounds. I can catch an Uber to Albany proper and eat at restaurants, McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that my relatives that live in the area will also probably have me for dinner, invite me to dinner and stuff. So I do not need to lug a small little Coleman green propane tank, a propane burner, stuff to cook with, go to the store when I get there and get a cooler that I'm going to throw away, or find someone to give it to. and then worry about keeping things cold or everything. That was just way too much, and I lesson learned, not doing it again. If you have a car, you're probably better off. But you would also probably be making the same choices that I did or that I want to for next year. So that's going to relieve a lot of that issue. Part of that did come from the fact that the site was windy. Again, something Black Sheep and Linn County Fairgrounds cannot control. It was windy. So, not going to happen. I've learned my lesson. That wind made cooking difficult. It's the umbrella that I brought to protect me from the sun, because one of those like 6 foot, 10 foot square pop-up shelter things for shade, they're heavy. They are crazy heavy. And so I wasn't going to invest in that. I might look into getting an extra tarp and then some tarp poles, and then just, MacGyver that. But otherwise, I'll just cope. I'll live out of my tent or something. I'll be social from within my tent walls, or other people bring those. I can make friends. Maybe. Who knows? So that made keeping that umbrella up difficult. It made cooking difficult. I will probably only invest in getting one of those little isobutane canisters, and like a pocket rocket, or I think it's a BSR, little backpacker stove, so that I can heat up water for my tea. So yeah, that's definitely something that I'm going to change up. Also, another plus, we had access to bathrooms, we had access to showers. So we were able to stay clean and not smell like the barn, even though the showers were actually in the barn. So yeah, the showers were in the barn, but they worked. We had hot water for the showers. The sinks for the toilet area, because it was a full bathroom, so it had sinks, toilets, and then shower. So the sinks for washing your hands, cold water. And that was also the water that I was grabbing. So to fill up a container, take it back to my campsite, heat up that water to wash my pots and pans that I was cooking with, or at least attempting to cook with, and then, take them there, rinse them, and it was a lot of effort. And that's part of the reason why I'm like, okay, next year, just invest the money that you would have spent on food and stuff that you would have thrown away, for like dry ice and a styrofoam cooler, all of that. Just invest it in eating out and Ubers if you need it, or I'll make friends. A lot of the people who were tent camping actually also opted to eat out every day. So, I would not be alone, and I could probably find people to ride share with. So that is something that will change next year. Also, for next year, I will hopefully have my electric eel wheel nano, so I might not opt to take my Kromsky Sonata with me. I don't know yet. I may still also opt to take it, but so that means next year I'll have already eliminated cooking stuff and an umbrella. So, yay. I will also probably not bring my spindles. While I did spindle spin, I didn't spindle spin enough to really warrant bringing those with me. So those will stay. or those will stay at home. I did also bring like some extra fiber. Why I decided to do that to a fiber festival, I really don't know. It wasn't like I was going to not have any access to fiber. It's not like I decided to, go into the Cascade Forest and tent camp there for a week and not have any access to fiber. I was at a fiber festival. If I ran out of what I was currently spinning, I could go to the marketplace and buy some. So, yeah, let's not do that next year either. We will just take the fiber that we are planning to spin, or that we have currently on the wheel, maybe one extra fiber. One. And if I spin through all of that, then I'll go to the marketplace and buy some more. It's, like I said, it's not like it wasn't there, and it's not like I didn't buy fiber there. So yeah, that is definitely something to change. I stayed warm and dry. Thankfully, we didn't have any rain, so that was truth. So that went well. I stayed warm in my bed as well. So I'm a creature of comfort. So the air mattress and the duvet are winners. Although I could take some cues from the ultralight backpacker community and just get like a sleeping quilt or a like Thermarest inflatable mattress. There are some out there that are well rated, so I could use those. And that would lighten up my load, reduce some bulk. So we will see about that. It is something that is possible, but ideally, what I would like to do for next year is to just have 3 bags, maybe 4. I'm not sure yet, but have a backpack that has my clothing and fiber and the sleep system in it, the tent and all of its stuff as a bag, and then maybe a carry-on and my Sonata if I decide to take that. I'm looking at that. I have a oh, dog's barking. Bear with me. Okay, now an exhibit of willpower. I just came back. The puppy was barking. Where was I? Oh yeah. So my goal is to be fairly minimal in packing. If I can get away with just the tent and a backpack, then awesome. That is like the dream goal. I am looking into using my REI membership to buy, like I said, the sleep system